we're back on AdjusterTV. We're here in Lake Arthur, Louisiana. We've got Hurricane Delta still a few hours to our south, making its way towards us. And conditions are going to start rapidly deteriorating here in the next few hours. We're already starting to get tropical storm wind gusts. So let's see, where's it at right now? Oh, look at that. We're actually not too far away.
No, I just saw that.
60 miles. Right now we're filming some flooding from the heavy rains that are currently pounding the area. Wind isn't too bad yet, but it definitely will be here in a little while. California doesn't even see rain. Sometimes. Well, yeah, we are here. We are taking a look at some of this flooding. You want to drive around maybe just a little bit?
Absolutely. Give these guys a little bit of a view here.
Maybe it'll help wake us up. We're a little tired. Just a little. We'll manage.
Traveling and not enough sleeping. Luckily, that's why coffee was invented.
So, for the adjusters that are watching, we've seen a lot of roofs here that were damaged from Hurricane Laura. Lots of tarps on roofs. Contractors have not had a chance to get out here and even make a dent in, like you can see. Oh,
there will be plenty more down here.
Yeah, they're going to be easily peeled off by these winds that are going to be happening here in a while. Re-damaged. If you have any questions, oh wow, that came up a lot. It's okay.
On the left-hand side? Or
no, just straight. I remember seeing this coming through because I remember seeing that bubbling, but like this came up way fast. This is going to be an issue.
Yeah, we'll have to be really careful here in Lake Arthur for sure.
There's some roofs that have been damaged by Laura. They're all tarped up. We've seen a few tarps already starting to come loose. There's a roof that just didn't even bother.
Yeah. It's like they had some foresight and knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they've had bigger issues than just a hurricane. It's always good when you're patching a asphalt shingle with sheet metal. And they just went ahead and tarped their whole house.
Honestly, probably not the worst plan.
Whatever works. Yeah. See how long it lasts. Yeah, look at all the blue tarps here. Here, Lake Charles, Cameron. I mean, all these places here, they're definitely not in need of any additional severe weather. And here we are with another hurricane bearing down, albeit not as. Really?
Yeah, look behind it. No, that was weird.
I didn't see it.
It was in the road. Very odd. Oh. Alright, actually, I just took us back on the same path that brought us to the flooding, so I'm going to turn us back around and get us to the park here, so that we don't get stuck in flooding. There's tons of trees down around here. That's honestly a big thing that I'm afraid of for the people around here is because of the amount of rain that we're having right now before the winds even get here. The root systems of all of those big trees are going to get so weakened, and the soil is going to be so soft that when they actually get those winds, there's going to be a ton of uprooted trees around here.
And I think they had some rain too with Beta when it kind of made its way. Oh yeah. Already have a power line down in the road. Okay.
I don't know what from.
Yeah. One of those.
Oh, tree branch fell.
Okay.
Yeah, on limb. So yeah, we've got limbs already taking out power lines.
There's a tree that fell down probably during Laura and the front lawn's flooded. Already a lot of freshwater flooding. Not going to be ideal for us.
No.
What part of town are you in? Asks Lisa. We are currently on the south side of town, right in the neighborhood next to the river. We are on, or next to the lake rather. We're on Grand Avenue, kind of on the southwest portion of town. Not a very big community here. A few thousand people probably. Yeah, this storm will not be worse than Laura, but it will still not be great. Still going to cause damage, still going to be pretty intense. Not an ideal situation in the slightest. Just go straight. Oh, one way.
Some limbs down.
Definitely quite a bit rainier than the last few hurricanes, like.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because it's dying and it's collapsing and pumping out all of its precip.
Yeah, this is going to become an issue. Real quick.
Okay, noted.
Real quick, even look at here, like this whole middle portion of town is about to be friggin' flooded.
That's going to be messy.
That's not going to be good for us. Wow. That has risen a lot recently.
Uh-huh.
Great. It's not going to be the storm surge that gets us.
I wonder if there's anyone even hanging here, or if everyone's kind of up and left.
I wonder if they got kicked out.
That's almost what I'm wondering. I don't see anyone around here.
I feel like they probably got kicked out. That cop was definitely like not excited about us being there.
Yep, I would say so.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Well, what do you want to do? Drive around town a little bit? Give these guys a view of what town is looking like right now?
Sky Dawson says, wow, just got home from working claims in Lake Charles area from Laura. I feel so bad for everybody in that area. And there's still probably some people down here, I would imagine. So that's, you know, we've probably got claims adjusters who are going to be experiencing some hurricane force winds that are still in Lake Charles. Let's say went to Houston or something for the weekend, which would not have been a bad call. God, it's even getting deep right there. Not good.
No, that isn't good. We should
It's not good.
start thinking about what our long-term plan is going to be here, because I do think this downtown area may not be accessible in an hour.
No.
Literally.
2 hours, it's going to be completely
underwater. Yeah. And this is before any surge even comes in. If they get even 3 feet of surge here on top of the freshwater flooding, this is going to be a mess in here.
There's no high ground.
No.
This is the highest ground. This is the main roads are high. That's it.
Yeah, like that side road's completely underwater already.
Yeah. We should consider something else. I do want to get some footage of it when it gets really bad here.
Yeah.
Don't want to be in it. So let's make sure. Let's go make sure our escape route here is clear.
Yep.
And isn't just continue, and then at the T at the light up here, go left. Yeah. So we're a little concerned because there's a lot of freshwater flooding. We're in a vehicle with not a lot of clearance, so we don't want to get trapped anywhere. So we are going to be looking around here. There shouldn't be a ton of flooding with this system other than just like what you're seeing right now. That type of like street flooding and whatnot, because this hurricane's moving relatively fast, but you're still going to get flooding. I mean, it's still just a deluge of rain for an extended period of time. So these low-lying areas are going to flood, but it won't be, you know, historic, big time, I don't know, something like Harvey is definitely not in the works with this storm. Nothing of that capacity.
Alright, well, good to know we can get out there so long as everything's good here. And
Perfect.
It's just a little tree branching. Let me see on road maps, just check I-10, exit, just so Alright, so yeah, we should be alright.
Literally
This
just
is
go
it
straight.
right now, yeah. Alright, so do we just want to go back kind of to that general area where we were and just be very mindful about water level and...
Let's just drive for a little bit. See what there is up here, if there's anything. Which there isn't, but, you know.
I don't know.
Other gas.
We're doing pretty good. We're at above 3/4 of the tank, so...
How's everybody doing? Where are y'all watching from? Yeah, we're seeing damage constantly from Laura all around here. There's damage. Not as severe as further south, west. But it's still bad over here. There's still quite a bit of damage. I guess people are heading down to the coast.
Down to the coast?
Yeah. But Alex just said.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's quite a few people down east of Cameron. Doug Kiesling, Chris Valora, Predator.
I don't blame them. That's where I'd want to be.
Jeff Gammons, Jeff Petrowski, they're all on that road east of Cameron that we went on.
I wonder if they're just on the bridge. There's no structures down there. Or at least sure as heck as much.
Yeah, there's like a gas station and a house every once in a while.
Yeah, I say good for them.
Yeah.
If I wasn't worried about getting flooded out, I'd be there.
Yeah.
This would be the kind of storm that you would, that you'd want that. With it being a little weaker, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely not mind being down there, but... Well, Kenneth, I'm glad your brother got power back. The storm might knock out power. It shouldn't nearly do the carnage that Laura did to Lake Charles, but it is definitely going to be windy and definitely going to be just far from an ideal situation. Okay, we might want to turn around.
Yeah, there's not much here. But back into actual town.
Shane is watching from Pensacola. He's an adjuster working Sally. Very nice, Shane. We were there for Sally. Both Evan and I, we were in separate vehicles for that storm chase. I was on Dauphin Island. He was in Gulf Shores.
It's a pretty intense one for what it was.
Yes, Robert. Moving north-northeast at 14 miles per hour. Still category 2 on a weakening trend. You can see on satellite it's definitely being impacted by the trough. So it'll get torn apart and start weakening. It is in the process of weakening rather, but it'll still be a relatively, a reasonable hurricane upon its arrival here.
I'm probably gonna swing by that spring mark in a bit and just do a little bit of organization, make sure I have everything together, make sure my camera's ready to go. Make sure I have good memory card space for everything. Put some garbage bags on electronics and stuff.
Jeremy's watching from Corpus Christi, studying for his IA license. Fantastic. It's a brutal process, learning all that terminology and learning how everything works, but it's very rewarding. It allows me to do this. This is my passion, is storm chasing, and being an IA gives me the flexibility to be able to come down here and do this, but still make good money throughout the majority of the year. So not enough good things I can say about it. Very happy. I was in your shoes at the beginning of 2019. I was still working at a body shop and was thinking, man, it would be really, really neat to be able to do something like this. Here we are. And our
flooding.
And our okay. Perfect.
That is great. That's the only time I've seen dry in a minute.
Perfect.
Just see here.
Jordan asked where we're heading to. Right now we're in Lake Arthur, Louisiana. Planning on sticking here. There's some talk about going down to the coast, but we're in a pretty low-profile vehicle with not a lot of clearance, so I do not think that that would be a wise decision for us. Plus, there's literally like nothing to film down there. One, because whatever houses did exist down there were very much so hurt by Laura. And two, well, it just would not be a good idea in this little car. Nope, didn't miss anything. We're just sitting here chilling. Thank you so much, Shannon, for the donation. This is all done out of pocket, so we certainly do appreciate any of the help that we can get. Not a whole lot to film right now, guys. We're just kind of chilling here, but it's gonna get worse for sure. I do deal with boats as well. Not very often, but I would say I've done probably about a half dozen boat claims over my little over a year, getting close to 2 years as an IA. They're not that difficult. You just kind of have to call around and it's just like any heavy equipment or specialty deal. You just kind of have to call around and see what the part prices are for what you need to have replaced. If you don't know what something's called, just ask around. Somebody knows the answer. You don't have to be the expert on everything.
Tired. Me as well.
Did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. Yeah, so anything that we really don't need, just stuff in the back, you know?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
There's not much room back there, but there's room for some of this minor stuff that really doesn't need to be in here.
I'm probably going to... I'm gonna figure some stuff out. I'm gonna put everything that I possibly want during the hurricane in a single backpack.
Gotcha.
Basically, is kind of what I'm thinking.
No data, what? I have perfect data. What are you talking about? That was weird.
Just random dead moment.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little gust. I don't think we're going to have to worry about getting the ladder out again either, because I mean, we can deploy the surge probe somewhere just over by the... You want to do that now before it gets too bad?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get that done. Alright, let me see. I've got 300 minutes on battery. I need to delete media. Don't let me forget that. And that's okay.
Yeah, let's go. We'll come back here and we'll top off on gas and stuff. Let's just deploy that surge probe real quick. So we have these little surge cameras that we can strap to... Actually, hold up 1 second. Let me
try to grab one, see if you can show everyone.
Well, yeah, I guess I can do that too. Oh god, nice and cold. Show it through the windshield. This is what they look like. Little box. Okay, so I'm going to get the ratchet straps out and I'm going to cut them so they're not terribly long.
Good idea.
Pop the trunk for me if you would.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think somewhere downtown there we're going to get some inland flooding, and that'll be cool to just kind of time lapse, and then also any potential storm surge. That nice cold water on my feet definitely jolted me awake a little bit.
Sometimes that's just what you need. A little cold water to the feet wake up. Alright,
I said it.
I'll get on the road here. Get us down towards Lake Charles, or Lake Arthur.
Charles Arthur was it?
To that lake in Louisiana. Yeah, it's very interesting to me that conditions have not, I mean, wind-wise, have not even increased or gotten any worse in the past, like, 2+ hours.
It's kind of like that with Laura.
Yeah, that's true.
And Sally
was really
was
nothing, and then all of a sudden
much,
it's something, you know?
Sally, from like the morning of, it was just freaking windy and really tropical, consistent tropical storm force winds for hours and hours. That's what it was like with Harvey too.
And I bet down by the coast there probably still is some nasty conditions, but...
Yeah, that's also true.
Probably quite a bit nastier down there.
I know. Where's everybody viewing from? Saw some adjusters that were here or in the general area or different areas. Do we have any other adjusters that are deployed out right now? Or we got people Watching from way far away. I really just botched that up, didn't I? Look at that. Watching from the Netherlands, very cool. Got California, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Northern California. Very cool. What do you think? Like somewhere downtown here where that flooding is there? Or
Probably.
Or here? Or,
that would make the most sense unless you wanted to. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to go by kind of where that freshwater flooding was?
so.
That was already getting really bad. I mean, I don't see why that would.
I think that's a good idea. Alright, surge camera being deployed. We are now recording.
And it is recording. Sweet.
Make sure it goes for a while. I see like facing downtown here, like on one of these poles or something, like a flagpole maybe, or like one of those telephone poles over there.
I'm down with that.
Kind of looking down that street where the freshwater flooding
water
is
bad already. Yeah.
And then maybe towards that park even. And if you want to just actually park ourselves right here. Or was that? Was it right down there?
Yeah, it was right down there. Let's just check it out, see what it's looking like. Yeah, this area was starting to get flooded here. This was the first spot that you saw.
Okay, maybe we do it looking back this way, so it's kind of looking towards the water.
Towards the downtown.
Yeah. Maybe like that pole right there, literally.
I like that. Right next to the.
And that will show the park as that's it. Yeah, just pulling the parking lot.
Corner?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it right here.
Yep, that makes the most sense. I think that's a great call.
Cool. Here we are. Bada boom.
This is perfect. What a parking job. Back it up. I'll get closer to you.
Okay.
I don't even think you'll need the ladder for this one, to be honest. I think 6 foot would be just fine for here.
I can't get it 6 foot just standing there, and I kind of want it to look down a little bit so you can see the park.
I like that, actually. That's fair. No, that makes sense.
Because I want to see the surge as it's coming in, or the flooding as it's accumulating. I don't know. But then again, the cops might come and be like, hey,
what are you doing?
Stop that.
Yeah.
To make a whole big scene about it. I don't know. What do you think?
I think this is fine.
I just mean doing a ladder or not.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Doing the ladder, I don't think the police are super worried about us putting up a camera right now.
Trying to be good citizens. Perfect. Why is this thing not going?
Feed, baby. Please feed.
Now, what the hell? There we go. There we go.
Heyo.
Wait, what's wrong with?
Perfect.
Jeff Petrowski, what's he doing? That crazy man. What's going on with Jeff Petrowski? Is he being okay? I think that's good. Let's go take it out. Oh, no. Come on.
We are engineers here.
We know what we're doing. This sweet camo ratchet strap is just not wanting to stay in place. There we go. Alright. Now we're cranking. Alright. You think one or two ratchet straps?
I think one. We're not going to get incredibly windy.
Yeah. Gonna pop the trunk for me?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna pop the trunk and then I will.
We snag the ratchet strap.
This guy right here?
Are you coming out or
Yeah, I'll come out in a second here. What up? Yep.
Okay, clearly I just am not competent enough to put the ratchet strap in the right way.
I don't know why those things give us such a hard time.
Literally.
Like, it should be a pretty basic thing, but
clearly we're just not
we struggle.
Functioning. Put it in the opposite way. Okay, here we go. I'm glad the police didn't care. It's the last thing we need.
What are you boys doing?
I saw that look on your face. I was like, great.
Like, oh, what's he looking at? That look of,
I literally put it in the opposite direction and the same result ensued. I just cannot freaking wrap my mind around this, and it's pissing me off.
Bungee straps next.
I have a bungee strap. And Gorilla Tape. Sorry you guys are experiencing such quality content. That's it.
That works?
That's it.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
That's the confidence I've been looking for.
I am confident in myself to do this simple task.
My abilities are dialed in.
Where did I put the probe? Right by my feet.
Right out in a second here.
Perfect.
So for those of you adjusters who are watching, that's Max up there. He's putting up that surge probe that he was discussing earlier on that telephone pole because he's hoping to capture some video of the water rise here in Lake Arthur. Yeah, it's Lake Arthur? Yes. Hoping to capture some of the water rise here in Lake Arthur as the flooding, both freshwater and surge, begins to kind of pick up in the area. And this allows us to kind of capture video from a place where we wouldn't want to be riding it out. It wouldn't be safe for us to ride it out. So that's what he's doing for those of you who are tuning in and who are wondering. Just getting that guy set up on the pole there and hoping we can get some pretty good video here in the next few hours for sure. Alright, looks like he was successful.
And nice and soaked.
I'm glad you got some good IAs on here, like Robert, who are trying to help us out here, trying to explain how to do the ratchet straps. You got a good crew here.
We figured it out, guys.
Yeah, my inside of my coat is completely soaked already. Like, I really don't know. That's why I went to put it on and it was just like, you know.
Not what we looked for.
No, I think I ruined all the waterproofing in Sally just being constantly drenched. It's like not even water resistant in the least anymore. It just goes right through it.
Well, now we've got a nice look at this city park.
Yeah, that's fair.
Being flooded.
That's fair. I'm curious to see just down the road a little bit what the freshwater flooding's looking like in that one spot. See if it's come up at all or if it's still about the same. If I had to guess, it probably has come up a little bit.
I'd say so. It was like right at that mailbox.
Yeah, be able to have a good little visual gauge. But yeah, that's I'm actually very surprised that there is as much freshwater flooding here because that's not quite what I expected with this storm moving as fast as it is. Oh, and we may not be able to get through here longer. We'll be able to right now, but that'll be like the end of it, I think.
Great. Oh yeah. Well, at least we got this truck to gauge.
Yep.
Distance or depth.
And we're good. Yeah, so we won't hang here for long because I don't like the water depth already. I mean, it's fine, it's doable, but if it comes up like
it's not great.
4 inches, it's not going to be doable. Actually, down this way, all the way around.
Yeah.
No, it's just interesting that, like, you know, we've been in tropical storm force, gusty winds every now and again, but it really, I mean, it's stayed very consistent this entire time. I'm sure it's going to be...
There's like a little moat now.
Yep, I see that. I bet that eye wall is going to be very intense, though. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be nothing and then crazy. And, you know, kind of like how Hurricane Michael was in that sense, where the actual body of Hurricane Michael was like this, truly. The whole entire beef and potatoes of the hurricane was pretty much like that. And then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, okay, we're not safe here anymore.
This is going to be our last few moments on this earth.
Yeah. At least alive. So yeah, the water level looks like it's about the same as where it was earlier.
That guy cleared up that drain.
Yeah, I think that helped quite a bit.
Actually, it's gone down.
It's definitely gone quite a bit down, actually.
That guy cleared up that drain.
Oh yeah, you can see the big drains right here off to the left.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Very good. Lisa, we are in a Toyota Corolla, so we do not have a lot of clearance, which is why we are so concerned about the flooding. I wouldn't.
Not even?
I would rather not. I just don't even want to.
I think that is an intelligent...
There's nothing over there that's gonna...
It's gonna help us.
Yeah.
We don't need to get across it.
And we can get around.
Yeah, I was just curious. I just wanted to swing by it and see if the depth had changed, and obviously it has, but for the better, which is good.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm glad somebody ignored the evacuation so that they could stop the flooding and be the man who saved the neighborhood.
How's everybody feeling out there? We got definitely some stormy conditions right now. It's definitely getting a bit more blustery than it has been. Let's see, boarded up houses, a lot of tarps on roofs from Laura. Here within the next, honestly, like probably 2-3 hours, that eye wall is going to be coming ashore. Mm-hmm. It's already almost on shore. John Humphreys is on that highway way south. That's old. Oh, hello.
This was that same one.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. It just looks way worse.
The sign just looks like it's super low for some odd reason. This will not be fine in an hour. It's already quite a bit. This is quite a bit higher than it was last time.
Right, I think. Or else we just end up getting in that loop. I'm learning. Oh, wow, some of the damage, you can't see it. There's a building that's crushed from a very big tree from Laura.
Uh-oh.
Like a big old tough shed or something.
Stop here for just a sec. So you can see there's a tarp that's already coming off the roof. So we can focus a little better. That's going to be a common theme. There's thousands, tens of thousands of houses within this, 50-mile radius that are being protected only by these tarps with very minimal, there's only a few ways to attach them, and none of which are going to survive 90+ mile per hour winds.
Insult to injury here.
Probe's back there.
Probe looks good. It looks like it's facing a good direction. Where would you like to go? Give me a quick look at the water, see how choppy it's looking here. Who is weather going wild? Is that Jesse?
No, that's Michael Koch.
Oh yeah. I just saw that he had New York plates. I was curious if I knew him. I feel like there's not too many New York State-based Stormchasers out there.
A ton.
I wonder how long they're gonna stay at the city hall here before they.
I know. That's what I was wondering. It's like, does that mean this usually doesn't surge or flood? Or, I mean, I guess hard to say considering it's not a common thing. Yeah, this is like just so cold.
It's that I put it back on and it was like.
I'm literally just gonna do suspenders. I don't care. I'm also burning up.
Are you?
Like, I'm cold and hot.
I don't know, Dave. Get boxed in here.
Pretty nice there in Dauphin Island. Probably getting stronger winds than we are just because they're right on the water.
Right there, yeah.
I guess Gage is here.
Gabge.
Based live streaming based on measuring the pressure, the weight of the water, and the salinity. This is a good start here for Hurricane Delta, flying by the seat of our pants for another intercept.
He's considering Abbeville. Where is Abbeville?
Just to our east.
East.
I think we went through it.
Yep.
What's up, Scott? How's it going, man? Robert, thanks, Dr. Timmer, he says. Yeah, we were originally planning on reading up with Reed, because he was gonna film us deploying those surge probes for that Category 6 Nat Geo show that he's doing. But they, in turn,
They're
decided...
still not there. They're still about an hour and a half out. Yeah, literally still about an hour and a half away.
Oh, Scott, that's you? Oh, Scott, that's Scott Kieran's right next to
Oh,
us.
no kidding. That's funny.
All the way from Kansas.
I was gonna say, I noticed the hail dents. What's going on, Scott?
Sorry, you don't get the. You get the. That's great.
What?
That's
Oh,
just
that,
funny.
yeah. Last. Eyes on the prize.
Yeah, always. Alright, well, here we are. Oh, this is Scott's A7S.
That is?
Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of Scott with his old camera that he sold to me.
Classic.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Not having waterproofing spray is not good.
Yeah, we
apparently destroyed.
Oh, Scott's about to show me up with his camera.
Oh, all right. That is an incredible lens.
That's great. This thing's already down 41% battery, and I barely used it. This thing definitely does chew through battery. Thankfully, I have 3. The storm surge cameras will not be streaming. They are just to record video and then retrieved after the fact. So, unfortunately, we'll have to wait to see those until tomorrow, probably. Probably.
So I'm thinking the road to Cyprus.
there.
Mm-hmm. Should be pretty darn close.
I wonder if we do need to go at least. I think it's just kind of expanding, so it looks like
it's dying and expanding.
Can't believe Reed's still that far away.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, that floating bench is ridiculous.
Literally, how awesome would that be, dude?
If we get 1,000 new subscribers, we'll go sit on it.
I would. I most certainly would.
So basically what you're saying is you're looking for a reason.
Yeah, I don't even have a YouTube page, really, so I mean, like...
Yeah, let's show them the floating bench. Can't really. Oops.
Can't really tell, but that's...
It's floating!
Literally a floating bench on the lake.
For whatever reason.
Seems like the perfect place to ride out a hurricane to me, but...
Is that like something you rent?
I'm down.
Rent
Who's the authority I need to talk to about this?
Go on a nice float on the lake. I guess we should have gone down to Cameron and deployed a probe there.
Yeah.
Since apparently you can get down there.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
So are you thinking maybe Guydan or Kaplan if we had to move east?
Yeah.
Or Abbeville, I guess?
I don't know. I don't know what the better move is with it expanding like that and just dying.
Because we're not looking for an eye intercept necessarily.
No, I don't care about the eye.
No, it's for something like this is going to be closed off. It's going to be cloudy and wet. Like, I'm not so worried about that, but I would love to get into, you know, the worst winds, obviously. So.
Yeah.
Do we want to just drive to Guydan and see what's there? Or?
Oh, we drove through there.
And it was pretty big, wasn't it?
No.
Or not Guydan, it was Abbeville. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the most intense winds on radar are with that, you know, 50 dBz band. So I guess just kind of see what that does.
We got time.
But I'm wondering if that'll weaken as it expands. No, it's staying pretty well.
Solid, yeah.
One Mountain Dew down, woo!
One down, many more to go.
I am not 100% right now.
I am maybe a solid 5%, honestly. I feel like I smell, I think.
I don't know what smells.
I
don't know what's
showered
what.
hard.
Yeah, I showered this
but
morning, or last night.
It still smells kind of dank already in the car.
Ugh. I wonder if we are going to have to get released.
I think we will, to be honest.
Chug. How is it? I wonder if that is going to kind of like wrap around, or if it's going to meander east, or what. Got lightning in it though. Very, very frightening.
Still some hard convection. Not down yet.
It's gonna go way east of those guys in Cameron, that's for sure.
I would never want to be down there right now, to be honest. It would be literally the state park that we wanted to go to would be almost ideal. Or just west of that.
Yeah. We could also like try and see what it's like going down like here a little ways.
Where's that at?
Kaplan
Kaplan to
South
Cowan,
Road. I
is
mean,
it?
there's not a lot down there.
I bet if we found a single structure or a hillside, something that's going to be high enough up where I'm not worried about getting surge, we don't need an insane number of residencies as long as we got something to film.
Yeah.
And we don't float your
Do we want to go all the way over there? Because that's a solid 45-minute jaunt. Yeah, 52. I think you should.
That's funny, Scott.
That's awesome.
Wow, dude. All right.
Bag money, no whammies. Unfortunately, my deal with Mr. Allen of AdjusterTV was that once we get into the eye wall, I will be going back over to my channel to stream. So if you want to see that, we will be going back to the Max Olson Chasing channel for that. However, we will stay live here up until that point. I really do appreciate all the support on here. AdjusterTV helped me. Matthew Allen has done a lot for me, and we're now very, very close friends. The best of friends. Friends till the end.
Pals.
Are you serious, guys? I mean, yeah.
He's really thinking about it. He's like, well...
I mean...
He's seriously debating.
It just starts floating away.
I'll cut the ropes if you take his picture.
Is it roped on?
Oh, it has to be, yeah. It's not. If it was just floating, that would be awesome, but highly unlikely.
That's a new profile picture on Facebook, I think.
Yeah. Just looking behind.
With a cup of tea.
Wait for the eye wall, Scott.
Yeah. If you're gonna do it,
if you're gonna do it, you know, we'll wait for the 90-mile-an-hour winds, and then I will absolutely get a great picture of you. Oh, he's doing it! What do you think? Worth it?
Just floating.
Is it just floating? Actually, it's like free floating.
That's a little sketch. Wait, angle the car better, Evan.
Why do I have to do everything?
Yeah.
Oh, he almost slipped.
Great start. Great start. Oh, Jesus.
Get out there and get that man's shot. Classic!
Beautiful.
It's too funny.
All right, people gotta send money to the chat now. That was awesome.
That'll be my proof of my one and only hurricane.
You're one and only.
Yeah, it'll get better than this, I promise.
Promise. Not much though.
A little.
It's a good look. It is just straight up free flow.
That is sketchy.
Wilson! Yeah, Lisa, I definitely think Scott needs a beer. If you can somehow toss him one from this distance, I think he would probably greatly appreciate it. Well deserved after that one. Charger plug? No, it's not. That's why. Oh! Do you just put that into one of the inverter, or do you want? I don't want to do it on the computer.
Oh, we got a $5 donation.
Hey! Thank you, Lisa. I hope Scott is still on the chat, because if he sees that, I'm sure that will make him very pleased, and I'll make sure that he gets that beer at the end of all this.
Yes.
Heck, I might even be as selfish as to enjoy one with him.
Oh, how dare you. Gage says the highway east is really sketchy now.
And that's what I was afraid of, is freshwater flooding out there. You remember how it was?
Yeah,
the fields were filling up with water already? That was the only thing that's why I was like, you know, I don't know. But at the same time, let's explore it right now. Let's see.
Okay.
Just to, even if we're only going just over to Gaidan or whatever, just to have that potential to move east would be great. But at the same time, we also don't want to get screwed and get stuck east either, so. Here we go, guys. We are hitting the road once more.
Hopefully the data keeps up.
It was pretty good off to the east of town there. I was actually pretty impressed. Alright, we will follow this police officer. No, just kidding. I think he's just chilling. Adjust the stream.
I mean, this thing is coming right for us. It's just kind of rotating around. Yeah, look.
You were fine where we're at. I wouldn't mind just doing a quick exploration. Say if it looked like we needed to go to Gaidan, just to know that we could do that. Okay. If it was going to be like not convective over us and very convective just off to the east, it would be good to know we could make that. Yeah. Yeah, we must be getting into the moat right now. It's not much going on, but that's cool. That'll allow us to stay dryish for a little bit here. Maybe actually dry our gear out for a second. Would be really cool.
Say it ain't so.
I will not go.
Turn the lights on. Yeah, it's starting to come on shore. So.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So the eye wall of Hurricane Delta, the strongest part of Hurricane Delta, is in fact just now starting to come on shore. Probably, what, 20 miles east of Cameron?
Oh, I was going to say 29 miles to our south, but yeah, it's, well, I mean, the center of it is about, about 25 miles east of Cameron.
That sounds about right. So conditions are going to start deteriorating rapidly for southern Louisiana over the next 2 hours here. The hurricane is moving pretty fast, and it looks like there is a bit of what we call a convective moat before we reach the eye wall, so conditions will actually probably improve for a little bit. But, you know, for the people who are out here, hopefully that doesn't give them a false sense of security, because as I learned in Hurricane Michael, you can go from moat to hell on earth real darn quick.
It wasn't even plugged in.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah. Hasn't been charged the whole time. I was like,
What is it at?
5%.
Yeah,
You
you can plug it in. I've got another charger back here, I believe.
So yeah, like I said, I mean, it's very funny. You know, when I first started chasing hurricanes, I expected that a hurricane was this huge, destructive, absolutely crazy storm from end to end. Like the second you're in it to the second you're out of it, it's going to be crazy. But they're really not quite like that. As far as the wind field goes with most hurricanes, they can be pretty concentrated to pretty much just the eye wall. So if you are, 20 miles to the west of that eye wall, you may not get conditions that are really any worse than what we're experiencing right now.
Exactly.
And then you can be 20 miles just to the east in that eye wall, and you might be getting conditions that are insane, like again in Hurricane Michael, 155 to 180 mile an hour winds, whereas literally 20, 30 miles just away from that, it's just kind of blustery and rainy. So very interesting how localized these events can definitely be. And it's very interesting to watch this one play out because not every storm is the same. Some of them have a very large wind field and it's very intense for a good portion of the storm. Some of them are very localized, and this one definitely just happened to be, at least from what we've experienced currently, it seems to be very, very concentrated. The worst of the winds are definitely concentrated to that eye wall there. So.
And another thing to note, this is something Evan and I and most storm chasers will agree on, is that when you have a storm that's strengthening upon landfall, it's significantly more intense than one that's weakening. Even if it's the same category strength, you just have an overall more consistent wind field as a low is deepening. And a hurricane is just basically a big low pressure system. And as that, it's consistently pulling in more and more wind towards that point, that central point, the pressure drops. And when you have a weakening storm, it's the opposite. The pressure is rising. Everything that was once this cohesive unit is starting to just basically fall apart and
Deteriorate.
Yeah,
completely, yeah.
We're in the midst of a decaying storm, which, not to say that it won't cause damage, because it most certainly will, but
right, don't want to downplay it.
There's a noticeable difference between a strengthening storm and a decaying storm. Both are very dangerous, but it's always scarier when you have a storm that's rapidly deepening upon landfall. Even Hurricane Sally, going to be a Category 2, similar to this. Guarantee you that have an overall sustained wind for a long period of time that's going to be stronger than what we have with this. But we're still going to have some pretty intense winds here within the next hour or two.
No, and definitely don't want to, talk down on a storm. People love to focus on the Saffir-Simpson scale of how strong a hurricane is. If a system is strong enough to be a hurricane, it doesn't matter what category it is, it has a risk to your life and property. There's no question about it. So you can't downplay it, whether it's strengthening or weakening. But from a storm chaser standpoint, in my perspective, I would say that a strengthening Category 1, from a storm chaser standpoint, is more intense than a weakening Category 2. So it'll be interesting to see how that correlates with Delta here for sure.
Let's see, how are we doing here? That was Gage.
Oh, that was?
Yeah.
Gabbed.
Hey, we got a donation from Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, about meteorology or hurricanes, just general curiosity questions, definitely feel free to ask us. I mean, I may not have my doctorate in meteorology, but I know between Max and myself, we have over 20 years of combined experience playing with this severe weather stuff here. So yeah, if you have any questions, we're more than happy to kind of help you out, help you better understand things, and hopefully a better understanding of meteorology will help you to do better in the field as an independent adjuster as well.
Oh, we're losing data.
Okay. Nope, so yeah.
Fine.
No, this is fine. It's just, I think he was talking about the fields.
Which are not much worse than they were earlier.
No.
I mean, a little bit, but... Alright, probably going to go live on the other channel here in about 15-20 minutes.
Oh, yep.
We're getting close. Once we get
Once
into
we're
that
in the
moat.
Yep. Once we're in the moat, we'll do that.
Sorry, Matt. Just keep this rolling for you so you can watch.
But you can see that it is decaying because it's translating west and widening.
Yep.
The eye wall is getting fatter.
But this is wrapping
Yep.
back around.
God, that coffee changed my life. I didn't. Yeah, I'm so dependent on caffeine. I did not quite realize it until this morning. Why do I feel horrendous?
Yeah, I don't know where my other Mountain Dew went, but it's going to be necessary.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not true.
You got a
because
box of monsters?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say the eye wall is gonna get me amped, and I'm going to be
revved. And once we get into the moat and we see that it's 5 miles away, I'm gonna be getting amped up, dude.
Now, note this is from a Stormchaser perspective. We obviously don't want to see damage, but this is our lifelong passion, curiosity. So it's exciting in a way where we know that it's a horrible thing. But meteorologically, this is about as just incredible of a specimen as you can get. To actually have a hurricane that makes landfall, tracking it for weeks on end, it's just this is what it all comes down to. So
100%. And as somebody, I myself, I went to school for meteorology, going back to 2011. So studying these storms in school and in a lab is interesting, and learning them in a book is one thing. But to be able to experience all of these meteorological phenomena in person is incredibly exciting. So, like Max said, it's not that I'm excited to see destruction. Nobody wants to see that. I don't know a single Stormchaser alive.
If this could happen out in the middle of nowhere, that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, we need structures to remain safe during storms.
For us to be safe, yeah. Bet you we could get some pretty crazy eye wall ghosts up here.
Oh yeah.
If we felt safe taking that little jaunt.
I would.
I'm 100% down. In a storm like this, we'll be up here. That's fine.
Yeah. This part will be a tiny bit sketch down
with
here.
The trees.
Yeah, but
we'll be
honestly not bad.
No.
We can drive on this.
The wind's blowing this way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good point.
There's no serious tall trees right next to the road here, so on the right at least.
Yeah, sorry for the stream going in and out. We're getting back into the town here. It should be good. So probably that whole conversation was just like,
That's too bad.
Spotter dots going east now.
It's funny.
We have it.